Steven Seagal's Born to Raise Hell is the most incoherent dumpster fire mess of a movie I have ever seen. It has moments like Seagal holding his phone like it's his partner's schlong, Seagal being pissed off that no one found him during hide and seek.
You don't check the cupboard? You don't look under the bed?
And of course, making love to a woman who's his granddaughter's age with clothes on. This is the Seagal movie that will finally get him his Oscar win.
Look at that shit.
And it starts on a warm summer's evening in lovely Romania. Our beloved hero's voice double mumbles some disjointed, incoherent lines, then Seagal pulls out a frickin' shotgun.
Phil,
where's your warrant?
this is my warrant. You're coming with me.
Sorry, can't read.
What I love about this is the bartender is so unbothered and is just like, Seagal, you pull this hard man stunt every single week, put that toy weapon away. Anyway, Seagal then shows how badass he is when some dudes jump him from behind by shooting his first shot right into the frickin' ceiling. Forget about 360 no scope, my boy does 0 degrees no look. At this point he is so lazy he's taking micro naps in between his shots.
Pardon me, but it's nap time.
Then we have the standard 10 minutes opening montage of strippers dancing, flashes of money and drugs everywhere, and then you soon find out that Seagal wrote this masterpiece and it's only going downhill from here. Okay, so like most Seagal movies, the premise is he's Barbie, the best of the best, a special forces US drugs task force guy. Is he based in the US? No. Probably because of some rape claims he's had to leave the country, but anyway, also probably shooting is too expensive in the US, so they're in some random country like Romania. But wait, there's more.
My partner was killed. Now, headquarters is sending me a replacement. I will find the men responsible.
Well, sounds like that's an important plot point, so I'm sure we'll come back to that later. We then have Seagal talking to his ridiculously young lover, and yes, you know Seagal wrote this in so he can do some sexy time with her.
A great success.
And what is it with holding the phone like that? This boy can kick ass, he knows bullshitsu, kung fu, but struggles to hold a phone for a 20-second clip. Oh, and by the way, his task force is called IDTF. No joke, no one told him that him waddling around the streets of Romania, sweating, panting, and having IDTF may raise some concerns from the public.
She's DTF. She's down to man.
So anyway, Seagal has a new partner. Meanwhile, the police rush to some scene and Seagal is just kind of waddling, semi-disinterested. He then tells the new guy to lead things with like literally 0 information on what the hell is going on. Imagine starting like your first day as a surgeon and the patient gets wheeled into you and an obese Seagal in surgical scrubs walks up to you and is just like,
Steve, right? Take point guard.
Got it? Got it.
Back to the raid, the guy just randomly has a motorbike in his dining room because, you know, it's Romania, but it's okay because Seagal's stunt double is able to take care of things while there are just shots of Seagal moving, his upper body, head, and things like that, and also random naked girl, and this guy who thinks it's a good idea to take on a full SWAT team with a comically large wrench. But my boy Seagal uses minimal effort and bullshitsu martial arts to not only beat up the wrench guy, but a couple of guys that were actually not resisting and were actually giving themselves up. He then walks into the next room and in a moment where he forgets he's actually on a film set, he just berates lots of actors.
Why isn't she handcuffed?
Chief.
Okay, put that shit down. Go out to the car and get the test kit.
Also, he looks like he's got about 2 tons of coke hidden under his bulletproof vest. Suddenly, there's a hostage situation, but it's okay. Seagal is a master negotiator.
I got this 45 trained right on your brain. You got a lot of guns here on you right now. Now put the fucking gun down and everything will be okay. What? I'm speaking English. It's simple. Put the fucking gun down.
Okay.
Put the gun down.
Okay.
Fuck, I said put it down.
He literally told the dude it was going to be okay. Very next scene, snaps his arm in two. But now he's pissed at his partner because he was supposed to find Seagal some choco-chipped cookies.
You don't check the cupboard? You don't look under the bed? The fuck is wrong with you, boy?
You can't buy the necessities of life with cookies.
Meanwhile, it's our main villain Dimitri, whose pastimes include playing chess on his own and moonlight walks on the beach. So he's doing a drug deal with Costel, and Dimitri is far from happy.
Midgets are a little short. Money should never be.
And also he has something against short people. Anyway, over at Virgin headquarters, Seagal finds out all of this from his prisoner and is like,
You know, trust is not one of my more spectacular attributes.
But to be fair, neither is standing up, walking briskly and doing his own voiceovers. Anyway, they convince their prisoner to implicate Dimitri in the park, and the high-tech I'm DTF team have their own undercover cop truck. Luckily for the bad guys, they've parked it right outside the police station. Hope no one notices this. Thankfully, this was all a Seagal ploy to just open up a can of whoop-ass. And then ensues a montage of Seagal's famous hand fu, where he's just taking rugged thugs down with just mere slaps, pushes, and the force of the air around his hands, defying the laws of physics while barely making any more effort than making a cup of coffee.
Jesus Christ. That's Jason Bourne.
And now we fast forward 10 minutes due to it being absolutely pointless and boring. We have Seagal and his partner arresting Dimitri. After about 5 minutes of hearing Seagal boasting about his limitless ability, this happens.
Yes, I'll be careful.
And who can blame our main villain? It turns out this move is super effective because they have to set him free like a f***ing Pokemon. Well, that was bloody pointless. If only more criminals use this 4D chess move, and thank God there are no cameras in law enforcement cars. Back at the police station, Seagal is trying to be his humble best.
Something I want to tell you.
What's that, boy? How much you admire me? How much you want to be like me?
I'm about a month away from being a father.
Damn, so the stakes are high. He's got to keep his partner alive, and his partner has a new baby on the way. And then Mr. Invincible is having a nice dinner with his young lady, and...
So fast.
And this part just seems like his advertisement for home delivery services.
You see why I hate eating out?
Meanwhile, Romanian Tommy Wiseau has a fight with his NPC girlfriend.
Don't forget whose house it is, bitch!
Don't you forget who pays the rent.
I did not hit her.
Asshole!
Oh, hi, Mark.
Now we have that customary love scene that Seagal has written in for himself so that he can fondle a young lady. Oh, God. Oh, man. Oh, God.
Oh, man!
Oh, God.
Oh, God! Oh, man!
Some of this just looks straight up like a sex crime. Someone call CSI already, please. And the weird part of all of this is that he's fully clothed. It's more like he's marinating his barbecue meat than actually taking part in a love scene.
How does he do that? Weird.
But what the heck, for Seagal, both these two things are probably the same thing. Okay, now we're racing to Costel's place. Seagal takes his sweet time as usual, then the mayhem starts. Thankfully, like a real hero, Seagal is hiding behind a wall. This is while shooting blindly in the direction of the bad guys and his own men. Anyway, Costel isn't in the area, but luckily one of his friends tips him off that the police are there, and in a totally logical move, comes to do a drive-by right in front of the whole SWAT team. Then Seagal patronizes the audience by telling us what a bulletproof vest actually does.
Best doctor.
Another job done, the cops high-five each other walking away while a handcuffed criminal is just bleeding out. This part was actually probably filmed in America.
Yay, America.
On to the next riveting twist of the plot. Costel then visits Dimitri's house for no obvious reason with his men, and then one of the guys actually loses the plot and kills Dimitri's wife. Why, you might ask?
It makes no sense. You know why?
While Costel is getting all his money and looking to leave town, guess who's dropping in to pay him a visit? The whole SWAT team? Nope, just Seagal and his partner who he has to keep alive. Because, you know, the whole backstory reasons, and also that guy has a baby and stuff. Luckily, all the doors to the mansion are left wide open. Then a gunfight breaks out where Seagal just alternates between sitting and standing. Which, I might add, is the most he's done so far in the movie. His partner then gets shot in the neck. That's his most vulnerable part. Seagal trying to help somebody is the funniest thing ever. He just gives him a bit of tissue and is like, oh, bro, yeah, maybe here, boy, put yourself together. Then he waddles off as his partner's bleeding to death. Correction, actually, second partner in 6 months bleeds to death. Then he tries to shoot Costel but misses because he keeps closing his freaking eyes. Has nobody told him this yet? Costel then takes a flight of stairs. Fortunately, though, Seagal doesn't have to walk the stairs because the director just replays shots of him walking through the door as he somehow vortexes his way up the stairs through some sort of time loop. My boy Seagal doesn't believe in stairs. And now Costel's actually escaped. Seagal then lumbers back to his dying partner. We're back at the station and Seagal's actually berating someone else.
You guys better get your shit together. I'm gonna get somebody else. You understand?
When it was literally all his fault and he got his partner killed. You know, the partner who was going to have a new baby, the partner he was going to keep alive because he also lost another partner. Seagal's character development is incredible. He's showing us that the true narcissistic sociopath this guy actually is. And since Seagal is playing himself, it's even more poetic. Just then, Dimitri, the Russian gangster boss, walks in and casually discusses working together with the police. Oh, by working together, I mean like killing Costel and his men. Seagal, of course, instead of arresting him, gives him his I'm DTF card. No, he just says, I'll meet you in the alleyway in the dark, which is pretty much the same thing. He then tells him why the love affair between the two of them would never work.
So technically, we really can't be seen together, hanging around together, or even doing anything.
Then there are some explosions, gunfire, bang bang. Seagal misfiring and aiming all over the place happens. Dimitri then, with the help of Seagal, tracks down the guy who killed his wife. You guessed it, kills him. Seagal then finds out where Costel is, and we have some more bang bang, shooting, glass breaking, terrible aiming, people closing their eyes. Oh, at this point, I don't even know what to say. Costel is watching all of this play out on CCTV, then decides to do a line of coke because, you know, there's not enough drugs and he has to just use that up. And then instead of just kicking the door down or using his body as a battering ram, Seagal decides to shotgun around the high security door. He's literally blowing out the wall around the door. Just the number of bullets, the reloading, the wheeziness, the amount of effort it would take him, it just doesn't sound plausible. By the end of this, Costel would be halfway out of Romania anyway, but instead, when he finally does kick the door down, Costel is literally underneath the door. You can even see the wiring that the explosive team used for the gunshots. Either that or this armored door collapse is another inside job. Even though there are weapons around, Costel then wants a hand-to-hand fight. And again, Seagal has a shotgun, but nope, I'm going to put it down because I'm going to bitch slap this boy. And so his job is done. Now a final visit to Dimitri. Jeebus Christ, Seagal is playing 4D chess because he's making moves even when he's in check himself. Seagal then professes his love for Dimitri, and then they say they have tickets for Barbados and that no one can ever hide cookies from him ever again. The movie then ends with another shot of Seagal cowering behind a wall while shooting at bad guys, because I don't know why. I have no idea why they put that in. So this was a fun movie that was direct to DVD release in 2010, and I think it's a little bit unfair. It has some decent production quality, it's got Seagal's hand-to-hand combat at its best. I think it should have been released directly to the toilet bowl. I have never seen an actor so lazy that needs stunt doubles and a voice double since Seagal's last film. The editing is so jarring that half the time it's trying to make you have an epileptic fit. The plot is so pointless that it feels like 10-year-old Seagal actually came up with this. And the delivery of Seagal's lines are with such minimal effort that he feels like he's actually pissed off to be on set filming the movie that he fucking wrote himself. So much of this movie makes absolutely no sense, like the physical requirement for the I'm DTF team to be so low that a 60-something-year-old morbidly obese, waddling duck kind of guy can get in. Like why an American task force is operating in Romania. Like the motivation for the bad guys. Like the whole subplot of Seagal finding the guys that murdered his partner. The cinematography is just shocking. It's just so piss poor. They could afford one light and they're just lighting Seagal. But it looks like he's a playable character in an NPC world. I also think somehow they thought that by just lighting his face they would distract us from his girth. And so it's very, very clear. Steven Seagal never disappoints when it comes to a disappointing film. And this is what makes it one of the best worst movies ever. For more crappy movie breakdowns like this, click on the next video.